Well, thank you for coming on my show, Tiffany.
Thank you for having me.
You're very welcome. What attracted you to begin your acting career?
Well, I've been asking myself that questions for a long, long, long time. I wanted to when I was younger,
Hmm.
but my language skill when I came over here, I'm learning disabled, and my language skill wasn't keen. And I said, forget it. And I think I started taking dance classes in school instead. And I said, that's not practical. Just forget it. Just try to go to a regular school. I mean, I stopped dancing when I was in college or something after the first or second year. And and I met my acting coach as a friend, as an acquaintance, and she said she take dance classes here. This is before she became an acting coach. I more or less forced her to become my acting coach. So when I went back to dancing, I really like it. But at that time, I'm like already in my early 30. I already have my two master degrees, my purchased my homes, and be already
Hmm.
settled. And I went back and I danced a lot for a few years. Then I have my child, and I keep on dancing and doing all I could while raising my kid and working as a school psychologist. And then day, I just said to myself, I give up. I have to take acting classes, especially when the job was being too severe, was getting too severe. And I doing that, and I was doing my doctorate at the same time. I did my doctorate in counseling psychology, but based on the play that I was in.
Right. Well,
So it was very rewarding.
mhm. That's so rewarding. And
Yes, yes. And it's very difficult, how it is when you work and you take acting classes and you raise
mhm.
a family at the same time. And then I did little acting here and there. I joined the theater. I won an award. This is all in New York. And then when I about to retire, I said, geez, it's getting too cold in New York. My arthritis is acting up. Took a class. And somebody said, New York or LA? And then I took a workshop out here. I came out here, New York or LA one summer after, like a year after I retired. And when I retired, I did travel with my dance troupe and do a lot of student film and audition as much as I could. New York is harder. And came out here again to do a short film because they wanted someone around my age, and it's more difficult. Nobody was willing to do it without a lot of monetary. And the following year, right before the pandemic, I put my house in Brooklyn, Park Slope, Brooklyn, up for sale and looking for a place out here. Actually, I came back for Thanksgiving with my
Mhm.
family, and we try out the metro. We say like, this is nice. It's warm enough. We can live here, and it's for us. So we sold our place in Park Slope, Brooklyn, and we moved out here at the end of 2020.
Wow.
And
And you moved during the pandemic.
yes, and I'm still taking classes online
Hmm.
and audition online, and it's funny because as soon I came out here on 2021, I got into Blue Blood. So I flew back to New York to the Blue Blood. And then on 2022, I got into some lovely film like Anxious, which already went to two different theater, coming out in four different film festival coming up. And I got into Accidental Getaway Driver, which won an award at Sundance 2023 for Best Dramatic Directing, and at Viet Film Festival
Hmm.
for
Hmm.
Best Feature. And I did Dawn of Skate in San Francisco right after my Blue Blood were previewing in San Francisco. I did Dawn of Skate, and it went to a film festival also. It was nominated at Viet Film Festival for for script original, but they didn't win. And I also did Dancing in the Forbidden World. They shortened it up to like 15 minutes only, but it's a very, very beautiful and glamorous film. She submitted to film festival now. And what else happened? Anxious is coming out quite a bit on film festival. With So's Accidental Getaway Driver. I think that they might be negotiating to go to a regular theater.
Hmm.
So doing that, I got in the talk show with the Antoine picture. produced by George Antoine. It's called Number Sign Filter 90211. And Chris Long have been doing it off and on and we're on our second season now. We're just
Wow,
taking a couple of
congratulations.
week breaks here.
Mhm. Well, congratulations. And it must have been so hard to move during the pandemic, and
Yeah, so it was. But so you asked me if why do I dance or why do I like acting if I would do anything differently. I said that, I try not to. I try not to go that way. I was hoping that I could be a normal, regular person because after all, I got a master in business administration first. Then I became a school psychologist. And then it just happened. It's a calling.
right. If you're being called, you gotta go.
Unfortunately, it's a calling. It's not like peach and keen and exciting or whatsoever.
Mm,
And it's more tears and laughter in this business,
right, 100%, 100%.
much
Um,
more.
you know, how was your experience on set on Blue Bloods?
It was wonderful. I could showed up at 5 o'clock in the morning and they welcomed me with open arms. And here's your trailer. What would you like for breakfast? And that was very nice. They ordered me the breakfast that I wanted, and they already put the clothes out there. And they told me what to do to dress this, wear that, and pick out your lunch. And we shoot the first scene afterward in the morning, and we break for lunch, and we change. We take the second scene in the afternoon. And I
And
got done by 3 something. So I was there from 5 in the morning and around 3:15 to 3:15 p.m.
wow. And what was your
Yeah.
role on Blue Bloods?
I play a wife of a store owner. We co-own a store. And the
Mhm,
episode 1207, I wrote an article on it too about, gambling addictions
mhm.
and based on some psychoanalyst point of view.
And I saw you have a picture of you two, the three of you, and it's a great picture. And um, do you hopefully hope to work on Blue Bloods again?
Oh, I think they're closing out, they're ending it. And I don't think they want to call people back for more than one show. But I'm hoping that I can work for some TV show like Blue Blood out here in San Francisco, in Los Angeles.
Mm-hmm. San
I say
Francisco.
San Francisco, but they tend to shoot film in San
Mhm.
Francisco. And San Francisco is such a beautiful city.
Yes,
I would love to
San
work there
Francisco
again.
is 100% a beautiful city. You were starred in Getaway Driver.
No, I have a small role at the end of an accidental getaway
Oh,
driver.
that's what I was trying to say. I'm so sorry. And what can you talk about that small role that you were in?
Oh boy, you're not going to believe this. Tied into Blue Blood and Dawn of Skate. Like I said, the night they preview Blue Blood, my cousin and I have a celebration at her house. She make it really nice for me to say like my debut on TV. And the next day I have to shut Dawn of Skate, and I came home at night. I got an email from my agent and said like, can you audition for this role now? 9 o'clock at night, I call my coach. I call Lenore Harris in New York at midnight. She was still up because I know she was still up. I said, can you please help me record this? And she said, how can I say no to you? That's Lenore. So we worked for like 2.5 hours.
Wow.
4 scene altogether, but I'm on 2 scene, but I have to do 4 scene and in 2 different languages. And I didn't, they said they liked me through my agent, but I didn't hear from them for like 4 or 5 months. And I said, oh, it's probably not serious.
Mhm. And then you
They
got the
call
role.
me, they call me in May for a callback. And when the casting directors want me to audition with him on Zoom like this and now the 4 scene in 2 different languages or something, very, very tiring. And he said, like, sorry about that because we had to get funding. And I said, okay, whatever, because with this business, they can call you, but that doesn't mean anything.
Mhm.
And a week or two later, I heard I got in.
Wow. That's
And
that.
on June, yeah, in the afternoon, we went to Oxnard. They shoot
Mhm.
in Oxnard, and then we were there in the afternoon changing to different outfits, and then we end up wearing what I bought, and it's like an overnight shoot for for two short scenes. The first scene they didn't see much. There's a lot of cut. I was in the garage, but you can't really see me. You can hear my voice only. The second scene was at the dining table, and it's the film is very sensational. I mean, the actors I work with, they are all wonderful. Dustin Nguyen, Vũ Trăng, and Hiệp,
That's
Hiệp Trăng.
that's
He from France, Hiệp. He and it was really, really nice.
wow, that's absolutely amazing.
And the
Of
movie
course, that
itself,
film, even though you were owning it for a little bit, but it won Sundance Reward. Is that
yeah,
correct?
yeah, for best
And
directing.
a lot of
It's sensational. The film itself is very loving and very sensational. I did I write an article on it? Yeah, I can't remember somewhat, but I know I wrote an article on Blue Blood and on Dawn of Skate and on one of the play the reading I was in about Alone in America. That's about post-traumatic stress disorder, and we were not audition, working to create like a short for it so we can raise funding. But the director and the writer he died during COVID. He catch
mm,
COVID and died
sorry
early
to hear that.
2021.
Hmm. That's
I
that's
know
that's
it was really sad.
it's really sad to be honest. And COVID was a very scary time across the whole world, and that affects me because it's sad. It really is sad to hear that. I don't wish anyone to die from
Yes.
anything.
And
So,
even when you get vaccinated, because I have to be fully vaccinated for my job.
hmm
Years later, I think I got fully vaccinated, everything on 2021.
hmm
And last spring, I got really sick. And I told the doctor, I said, like, all I do is went out and party and have some smoke from Lunar New Year, the Vietnamese community. And I shouldn't be sick like this. He said, were you fully vaccinated? I said, yes. He said, yeah, that's it. It takes years. And I didn't have to because I take a lot of vitamin C drip.
hmm
One of the doctor tested me, said that I'm protected. I don't have to be vaccinated at all. And I said, well, I have to before work.
Right. And
What
that's
can I do? I wouldn't be able to do all these wonderful movies.
right. That's true. That's true. Well, first of all, I want to say congratulations on all the roles you've played. Blue
Yeah. Oh,
Bloods and
one more
oh,
show up. Need one to show up. My film called What Doesn't Flow, produced by Pauline Chalamet from
hmm
Sex Lives of College Girl, is on Prime.
on Prime. Everybody needs to
Yeah.
watch it. Everybody need to
Yeah, so you
watch
have to
it.
pay $4.99, but it's fun. It's about, how New
Mhm.
Yorkers are. And I was a bottle collector in
Wow.
Brooklyn. Yeah, they shoot it. The first time was at my house, but they decided not to. And so the following year they shoot it near my house. So it was a lot of fun.
Well, that's amazing.
Oh, the scene
It's
was so
cool.
much fun.
That's
I'm not
100%.
going to say anything because I want you to watch it.
Well, of
So
course,
what doesn't flow?
you don't want to ruin the film. You don't want to ruin
What
the film
doesn't flow on Prime?
on Prime. Everybody needs to check it out.
Yes.
Congratulations on all the roles you've done and all.
And before the strike, I did a couple film, but from the student at USC, but it's more like indie project,
Mhm.
like At the Table. That's on YouTube, and Bitter Melon. That's a series also on YouTube. I'm at the very last one playing the mother. And I have another movie. I'm playing a drug addict on YouTube called Sentiment Adrift. That was fun. I played
And
a drug addict mom.
wow. And people can look that up all on YouTube and just
Yeah,
type the
yeah,
title in.
yeah, yeah.
That's good. I my next question is for you is is your long-term goal?
Well, keep on doing it for as much as I can.
Hmm
I probably will work. I'm in the process of being certified as school psychologist in
Right.
California. What happened was they misplaced my file and I forgot to send in one of the letters. So it takes a long time, and they lost my fingerprints and I had to do it twice.
Wow. That's not good. That's
So,
not good.
well, it doesn't matter. I can wait. So as
Hmm
long as eventually I be certified, so I can do freelance
Right.
or applying for public school, whatever work.
Right.
Whatever the shoes fit. If the
So my
shoe fits, yeah. And then I keep on auditioning. I had two auditions last week, and I hopefully I will keep on continue my talk show and number sign number filter
Mhm.
90211.
Yes, I love the your talk show. It's amazing. I hear great things about it. Back to the some we'll talk more in details about your talk show in a few minutes, but um, a serious question is, you're from Vietnam,
Hmm.
and what is the one thing you noticing about the entertainment industry compared to the Vietnam entertainment industry?
When I was young, my aunt was a singer, so I knew all the film producer, singer, and I remember the head of the studio told me anytime I want to be on TV, I can join her show, but I didn't because I was young. There, I was a child, and I didn't want to ride on anyone's coattail. Talk about stupidity, huh? And I it I know what I know. I know a lot of musician and singer and writer when I was young, but now I just came back to Vietnam last summer, and I did meet up with a couple filmmakers, the brother and sister team, and just check it out. I think the film industry in Vietnam is growing now.
Hmm.
So I hope someday I can just go back there for one summer and work with them.
Well, I hope you do. I really do. Um, my next question for you is, what is your message for a lot of young ladies out there, especially in your home country, Vietnam, and the United States and the world?
Well, to all the
Uh,
young ladies in the world, yeah, I would say that follow your dream, but be practical. Like doing this, only 2% made it, and the 85 to 2% doesn't make that much. So what you do is you find your niche. You have a career, you have a job, and you keep on studying it and doing it on the side because it can be expensive to, for like headshot class and
yeah,
publicists, everything, everything add up. So you need to find yourself a practical job if you're not from a trust fund family.
and I totally agree with you. It is, what do you call it? It's tough because you're right, headshots, and you have auditions, and
And
you
photos, it's a lot
photos,
of
and
expense. Yeah, but you need a big wardrobe too.
right, you do makeup,
Because the
hair.
things what they have don't fit you and it might not look well. And if they said like this is the role, that's the role, when I did accidental getaway driver, the person who in charge of wardrobe was very happy to meet me because I said, I heard you have a big wardrobe.
And what they say.
No, they said that to me, and I said, yeah,
Oh,
I do. So that's why, like I say, I brought my clothes over, and I end up wearing my clothes in, in the movie.
oh. One thing I would say I would ask you is auditions. How do you handle, this is for your advice for a lot of young actors out there. What's your advice for a lot of young actors out there who wants to get in the entertainment industry? How do you get your mind to be prepared for like a lot of no's before you get a yes?
Yeah, that's
Or
it.
you
That's
may not
tough.
even hear anything. So what's your advice for a lot of young actors, especially teenagers and young kids?
Young kids. Well, I said that they should finish school and try to put themselves in a practical mind, be pragmatic,
Mm-hmm.
work really hard. I know someone who went to high school with Jennifer Aniston.
Mm-hmm.
They said she worked really hard, like a real nerve type, very hard. So, because this is a very, very stressful career. So what they do, they figured out what they should do to support themselves, to earn money for classes, for photos, for publicity, for all kind of things, work out, to stay healthy. They have to stay healthy. Like that, their health come first
Mm-hmm.
in all fields. And you definitely have to be practical, have a practical job, work on it, and work really hard on your acting. Spend a lot of time dissect the script. Don't
Yes.
take anything for granted because I took a workshop with the late Jack Gaffine, the one that Marilyn Monroe may passed it at him. He's
Mm-hmm.
no longer with us, of course, but he lived until into his 90s.
Wow. And you're right. We have to be practical. but put your passion into it. That's too, if you want to be an actor, you have to be practical, but also
They
your
have to
pa-
be practical. That is the must. Because I
yes,
don't want to be practical either. I don't want to study business and this and that.
but also one thing I would say is passion.
Yes, you have to
And,
follow
and
your passion and take
right,
care of
and
it.
to be an actor, producer, or a director, once you put your foot in that door, it's a passion. It's yourself telling the passion. It's nothing going to stop you. You're going to stop yourself. You can stop yourself, but you can keep going. And I think that's one thing a lot of people are not understanding about the entertainment industry. It's like, you know, any actor can say, you know what? I was on a big, huge film, and I won an Oscar, and I'm done acting, right? But there's a lot of actors out there who say, you know what? I want to keep going. This is my passion. And I want to keep going, right? Or you may not win an Oscar and you haven't made it there yet, but you always tell yourself to keep going. It's a passion to push yourself. And I think that's a lot of young kids and young actors and teenagers need to understand is that passion is it. You have to have passion. If this is what you want to do, you go for it. Don't let anybody tell you you can't do it. Can't is not a word. You have to do it, and you can do it. And that's one thing. I'm a big passion guy. We have to. Passion is it's interesting. It's an interesting word. When somebody says you have a passion for it, it hits you because you do have a passion for it, and you go for it, and you push yourself. And I think especially for teenagers and young actors and they need to hear it more because this could be their dream. Which we understand. You want to be an actor and actress. That means yeah, it's your passion. You go for it, you fight for it, and you keep going. And maybe 5 years down the road, you be realizing, wow, I'm glad I went for this passion. I'm glad I never decided to go to a different something else. And then you realize you
No, you realize that you're glad that you don't quit.
right. That's what I was gonna say because
Don't
you
quit. You
may
mean
you may
because
go
people will
somewhere else.
discourage you.
Right.
People everywhere are going to be discouraging you because
Hmm.
you have to take a lot of classes. You have to have your own coach. You have to. It's so much to do,
And
but
also, if you
I
mind
don't
me saying,
regret it.
yes. Also, I will say, surround yourself with positive people who will
Yes. Oh,
who will
that is like a must
yeah, it
in
is
every
because
field.
if you sorry, if you have an actor, you want to be an actor and actress and you're young, surround yourself with friends who also want to be an actor or who support you.
Or ambitious. Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
ambitious because you never know what's gonna happen. And you're gonna turn around and say, those friends, they're gonna follow you on that journey. And by the time you may get up there, you be getting on that stage or whatever reward you're gonna get, you be thanking them and say, you know what? You guys are pushing me, especially my family. You pushed me and I never gave up. So you're totally right. 100%. So um people may want to know more about you, Miss Tiffany. So, to you, what do you do for fun when you're not acting, when you're not auditioning? What do you do for fun? Do you go for a walk, go hiking?
Take care of my take care of my health. I mean, I like I say, I dance.
Mhm,
And since I have arthritis, I couldn't really do heavy workout. I would try to take Zumba or do aerobic exercise, and I'm allergic to chlorine, so I can't swim at the gym. I have to wait and swim in my backyard when the sun sets or something like that because
mhm.
it can be difficult swimming under the heated sun.
Well, I
And I read, and I always have to. Just like to try to take classes all the time.
mhm.
And then I belong to a theater. I would volunteer for the theater. You have to host and things like that. And every few months you clean up, and then they would sometimes they have workshop and classes, and that's what you do.
Wow, it sounds fun. You have so much activity. Back to your talk show. What can you tell everybody about um your talk show?
Well, we like to talk about growing there, how you grow from it, how you learn from it, and about your life, how you grow from a young person to an adult, or for the past year, how you grow and mature as time goes by, and what you learn from it.
Wow. And where can people listen to your show or watch it?
YouTube, this is on YouTube.
Okay. Same with mine. You
We
know,
are on YouTube.
um, my next question for you, what is your favorite genre?
One more time.
What's your favorite genre, film, or TV show you like?
Oh, so many. Too many films. I mean, I love arts film. See, before I studied acting, when I was a young school psychologist and still studying modern psychoanalysis, I would do a lot of research on film,
Hmm.
mental illness through film. So I would study, try to get a lot of try to see a lot of film noir and read on
Hmm.
it, or arts film by Igmar Bergman or Antonioni.
Hmm.
Guess what? Those two died on the same day, almost 30 years ago,
Wow.
on the same day.
That's so bizarre.
And I would try, yeah, I would try to like watch a lot of those films, like at
Hmm.
least like 2 to 4 on the weekend, and you and then I would keep on taking my dance classes to stay in shape. And sometimes when I was younger, before I had my kid, I would used to do horseback riding in Central Park in New York.
Wow. Um, and you said you like to watch those films and all that stuff, but what is your favorite genre, your dream
Oh,
genre that you want to be in?
probably a comedy, a series of comedy or drama. Like I like Emily in Paris. That kind I like, and I like the one that J Lo started in called Blue, the police theory. I
Uh-huh.
love that, and I love Law and Orders. I mean, that's
Me
like
too.
my favorite. I would watch it. I watch every single episode, even when they're off the air and I'm free. I would just like watching all the old episodes. I can't wait to see it coming back.
Yeah, it's still gonna come back. So maybe one day, Tiffany, you will be on Law and Order.
Well, that would be great. That
Hey,
would,
you
my
you
dreams come true
never
is to be on Law and Order.
you never know. You never know. I believe it'll happen one day. Um, if you could work with any actor or an actress, who would it be?
Oh, there's so many. Why don't you ask more question about it? Young or old? Younger than me or older than me? American or
We can do
foreign?
both, both,
Younger?
both,
A
older and
little,
younger.
a little younger than me? Maybe J Lo. I want a challenge. And older, there are quite a few I want to work with. I want to work with Miss Kill Chin. She's a
Okay.
Vietnamese film star. I love her dearly, and I want to work with Vanessa Redgrave.
Oh, Vanessa.
Yes, yes.
Well,
And even
for me, sorry, I want to work with Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise.
well, that too, that's fine too, but I'm talking about women first.
Oh, no, 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 I'm talking for myself. Sorry. Um, but for you, for women, that's all powerful women's. I love all of them. That's
And
amazing.
even, French actress like Isabelle Adjani.
Hmm.
She was in The Perfect Couple recently.
Yes, she was.
Oh, she was wonderful. Oh
Yes,
boy.
she was 100% wonderful. And
I actually, I saw her in the film called Story of Adele Edge, Adele Hugo's daughter. She played, Adele Hugo and Camille Claudel. And
hmm
guess what? Both of them under paranoia, schizophrenic, and on Adele Hugo is about erotomania. And I did a case study on it, but not about the film. I just did a case study, and I recommend people to watch that film in the class. I say, if you gentlemen saw that film and you see what she looked like back then, you will suffer from erotomania for her.
oh
But she was
wow.
so beautiful.
Wow. Yeah, I totally 100% agree with you. How about male actors?
like you say, Tom Cruise, Brad Pitt, Ben Affleck.
Ben
I
Affleck.
wouldn't mind
Okay,
playing a
okay.
cool guy. I like cool guy role. I think I should play a cool guy role, but they slightly younger than me. I don't know that enough or not. Maybe cool guy, they want somebody like 15 to 20 years younger than you.
Right. Well, if I could work with maybe two, I maybe and a female. I don't know. I have so many, like you said, for female and actors and male actors. I probably well, Tom Cruise does his own stunts. I wouldn't jump out on an airplane with him, but I would, watch him. I'll be on the ground waiting for him. Um, and female, I have so many. I don't know, like you said. But it's if I could, I would love to work with a lot of actors that's on Chicago PD. That's my favorite show. I love Chicago PD. Um, I don't I don't know why. I just think it's just I like everybody on the cast, on
It's
Chicago
a beautiful
PD,
show.
and it's a good show. And I personally believe that it probably would continue as long as like Law and Order because it's still going. And one thing I noticed is like a lot of police TV shows and hospital shows usually go a really long time. They and Grey's Anatomy. Look at Grey's Anatomy, and but the one thing I love about these shows, about the police shows and Grey's Anatomy and Chicago PD, you have a lot of young people out there, elementary school and high school and middle school, and they look at these shows and say, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a police officer, and then when they watch these shows, I personally believe it encouraged them to say, you know what Law and Order is showing, what Chicago PD is showing, Chicago Med and Grey's Anatomy is showing, it's showing what happens in real life, kind of. You go on a police run, you go on a police chase, you do all this stuff. And I think it's showing to these young folks to say, hey, if this is what you want to be in real life, this is what you're going to face in real life. It's not going to be like a movie or not going to be a TV show, but it's going to be like hospital scenes, police scenes, police chase. And I love that. And I think that's why it's still going because it's in showing the America what's it like to be in law enforcement, what's to be like in, in medical and all and look at Blue Bloods. So many people, so many young kids, teenagers, you ask them, say, yeah, what's your favorite TV show? Maybe 9 out of 10, maybe 9 out of 8, they may say Blue Bloods. It's like, wow, really? Why? They said, I love it, or Law and Order, or Chicago PD, and I think it's really an powerful message they're sending to young act, not young actors, but young kids and teenagers out there.
You know what? Before the strike, I think I auditions for something that also by Dick Wolf. It's similar to
Mm-hmm.
to Law and Order, but it's more like LA, but in LA, Long Beach, and too bad nothing happened to it really. I mean, and I didn't get in, or the show was canceled. And I said like, boy, that would be great if I could play like a, a owner of a diner. You
Mm-hmm.
know how cops, they love to have their donut and coffee. So in the morning they would come in, I would serve them coffee and donut, and we would have a chat. And then at the end of the day, the same thing. It was just
Yeah.
before they leave, they get that coffee and donut, or after dinner they
Mm-hmm.
would have their coffee and donut.
Wow. I would
That's what I wish I could do.
well, you never know. You can still do it.
I hope so. I finger crossed. So maybe I could get into that kind of series. Every week that would be called the diner. That's the beginning and at the end.
Well, I totally believe it will happen one day. 100%. Um, and that's what one thing about acting is passion, is love, and you never know what role you're gonna get. So, Tiffany, I believe you're gonna get it. I crossing my fingers. Don't give
Finger
up.
crossed. Thank
Yes.
you for the vote of confidence.
I have confidence. I have confidence with everybody that you have to have confidence. You got to go for it. 100%. You know. Well, Tiffany, thank you for coming on my show.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, and I would love to have you back. So let's definitely, uh,
Plan on it. Yeah.
yes. Oh,
Wonderful
and
idea.
before I let you go, I forgot. Upcoming projects. What's your upcoming projects?
Well, I'm still doing Filter 90211
Mm-hmm.
and Anxious is showing in Los Angeles and then three different places. Hold on, but it's all over the country.
And everybody should
Oh,
go check out her show on YouTube. Go check out her show and check out her Instagram. And then please follow her on Instagram if you have not followed her on Instagram. And send love and support to Tiffany. Please do,
thank
everyone.
you. I would
Very
greatly
important.
appreciate it.
Yes.
Anyway, on September 13 and 15,
Mm-hmm.
the Anxious movie will go to DC, South Asian Film Festival. Late October, it's going to be at Michael Film Festival in Los
Okay.
Angeles. November 9, Philadelphia, Asian American Film Festival. Mid-November, San Diego Asian Film Festival. That's for Anxious.
Wow. Congratulations. Please keep me updated, Tiffany. I
Oh, I
can't
will.
wait to hear about all your upcoming projects. And, I would love to be on your show and I would love to have you back on my show. So we're
Thank you.
definitely going to stay in touch, Tiffany, and stay strong and let's stay in touch.
Okay, thank you. I'm grateful. Thank you so much.
You're very
You take
welcome,
care.
Tiffany. I will talk to you soon.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.